Everyone, I am this side and you're watching my YouTube channel. In this video, we will see how intracytosolic increase in the levels of calcium can lead to cell injury. Right. So in the previous two videos, we saw how depletion in ATP and how mitochondrial damage lead to cell injury and cell death. Now in this video, we will discuss about how increase in cytosolic calcium causes cell injury. Now for that, first of all, we have to understand one basic idea that calcium levels outside cell are more than the calcium levels inside the cell. So calcium levels inside the cell are less. So this is one basic idea. Now what happens? Now whenever there's a stressor which comes in, whenever there's a stressor which comes in to the cell, causes stress, that leads to a release of calcium from endoplasmic reticulum and the intermembrane space of the mitochondria. Right, these two are the main source of calcium inside the cell. Right, now this increased in calcium level further triggers the activation of calcium channels which lead to influx of calcium into the cell. And these three factors, first release from ER, second release from mitochondria, and third from outside calcium increase leads to increase in calcium levels within the cytosol. Now this increase in calcium level causes what? This increase in calcium level has main two consequences. What are these consequences? Now increase in calcium level will damage the mitochondrial membrane. It will cause mitochondrial damage. And as we learned in the previous class that there's a vicious cycle that goes on, that is calcium level increased within cytosol, that leads to mitochondrial damage. Mitochondrial damage leads to ATP depletion, and ATP depletion again leads to calcium increase and mitochondrial damage. So this vicious cycle will go on, that we studied in the previous class. Now what happens? Now one consequence of increased in calcium is mitochondrial damage. What else happens due to increase in calcium? Now the else that happens is activation of enzymes. Right? Now activation of enzymes, it mainly activates three types of enzymes. What are those? First of all, it activates proteases. Now these proteases cause what? Damage to the proteins of the cell membrane. And what kind of protein enzymes get induced? It also activates which protein? It also activates phospholipases. These phospholipases cleave the lipid bilayer of the cell membrane. So it damages the lipid bilayer of the cell membrane. So the damage to the protein and the lipid bilayer of the cell membrane causes disruption of the cell membrane. So that causes membrane rupture. Right? Now it again activates other enzymes, like it will activate enzyme like endonucleases. These endonucleases will go inside the nucleus and will cause DNA damage. Right? And the fourth category of enzyme that they activate is the ATPase enzyme. This enzyme causes what? It causes decrease in ATP levels. Right. So let us summarize what are the consequences of calcium increase in calcium within the cytosol. So let's see what happens. First of all, mitochondria and ER both releases calcium within the cytosol. Now again calcium is contributed by extracellular matrix. Now this causes increase in calcium. Now increase in calcium causes what? Increase in calcium causes mitochondrial damage. And another consequence of increase in calcium is that it causes activation of enzymes. Right? It causes activation of enzymes. What enzymes in particular? 4 enzymes mainly. What are the 4 enzymes? First, it activates phospholipases, then proteases. Now, phospholipase and protease together damage the cell membrane. Proteases individually can again damage the cytoskeletal elements. And other proteins in the cytosol, like other enzymes or other structural or functional proteins. What else enzymes are activated? There will be endonucleases. Endonucleases will do what? They will cause DNA damage. Now DNA damage and protein damage, these are again separate methods of cell injury which we will discuss later on. And finally, what other enzyme is activated? That is ATPase. ATPase. Now ATPase will lead to what? ATPase will lead to decreased ATP, which is a separate method of cell injury, and it will cause increase in calcium levels. And what we learned in the previous class, we learned that there are 3 events which act as a vicious cycle, that is ATP depletion, which leads to increase in cytosolic calcium, that leads to mitochondrial damage. Now mitochondrial damage again leads to ATP depletion and calcium increase, and this is a vicious cycle that goes on. So basically this summarizes our today's learning of how increase in calcium levels causes different consequences, right? So basically this is what we learned in today's class. I hope you have understood this video well. If you have enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, share this video among your friends in medical school and medical colleges. And if you by any chance haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do hit the subscribe button and press the all button in bell icon so that you never miss a video from my channel. Until then, bye bye. See you in the next one.